Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris as the Gorb Collective. So, what thing I want to mention before we get started this week, since this week there are two parts. The first thing I want to go ahead and mention is that I have a Typeform survey down in the description. I'd appreciate it if you all could go ahead and answer the two questions there, which are, one, what time zone do you live in? I'd prefer if you give me the entire name of the time zone, not the acronym or shorthand. So if you live on the east coast of the US, don't say EST. I'd prefer if you said Eastern Standard Time, just to make sure that Excel won't get confused. On the off chance that maybe some time zones share very similar or the exact same acronym. I doubt it, but I just want to minimize the chance of a screw up in the data. The second question asks then, which of my current 3 ongoing series do you watch? That's a multiple choice, select all that apply. So if you watch all 3, select all 3. If you watch just my Stellaris series and my Star Trek New Horizons series, select just those 2. If you watch just my EU4 Imperium Universalis series, select just that one. Select all that apply. It's that simple. But yeah, so the reason I'm doing that is because I'm thinking of possibly making some changes to my uploading schedule that will result in one series getting uploaded every day of the week, Monday through Friday, with the other 2 series as stands right now, since I currently only have 3 ongoing series, alternating as a second video of the day throughout the week. So, like, say Monday would be this, Tuesday would be my Star Trek New Horizons, etc., etc. But yeah. Each individual part, if I do this, however, will be shorter, but in the course of the entire week, it should be evening out to be longer than as things stand right now, typically. But yes, also, sorry there was no part last week. I didn't have the time to go and record it. So, in this part, I don't think we will be declaring... Well, so we'll probably end this part with declaring war on the Republican planet states. But we probably won't actually fight the war until next part. But let's go ahead and continue building up our fleet. I want to make sure that they are as weak as physically possible. And so I need my fleet to be, well, on the more powerful side. Now, honestly, I think one of our first goals in this war when we declare it is just going to be to destroy that frontier outpost, to make sure that, if nothing else, that that's already destroyed and it won't be bugging us anymore. That should also close these systems up, or at least some of them, to link up the Empire at least a little bit. I do expect to get this and these here, but because of this planet here, this won't actually get linked up to the rest of the Empire. Or, well, the rest of the collective, rather. So I won't get a... Well, actually, wait, no, there's a link here, so never mind.
Planetary alert.
Yeah, if nothing else, destroying this frontier outpost will link up the rest of the Empire. I couldn't see that there because it's red on red. So it's kind of hard to make out.
Complete.
Oh, and they... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So... the new ship classes mod swapped out the AI ship set, which I think has resulted, yes, appears to have resulted in, what the hell are these supposed to be? I don't know. I'm just gonna delete them. Last design of what? Corvette? Because the Vistage is our Corvette. This is some random ass thing that you've made, game. Yes, but the new ship classes mod swapped out the AI ship set for something else, and I guess they didn't keep the exact same name when they swapped it out, and as a result, it's given us the default million because that is set to be the fallback if, for whatever reason, the normal AI ship set doesn't, well, function. And, well, the game's saying, oh, I can't find that file. So I'm just going to go ahead and default back to the million because that is set as the fallback. And so, yeah. And it looks like it's also doesn't have the hard points working properly either. At least on the battle cruiser. No, it looks to be the same on the normal cruiser as well. Yeah. So we're going to be stuck flying around for the rest of this game. I would say as Mammalian shipset, because I don't believe there's anything I can really do to resolve this. So, yes. This is what happens when mods decide to swap out significant assets. Yeah, so we're stuck with this for the rest of this series. However long that is, I don't know. But nonetheless, we're stuck with it. There's nothing I can do to fix it. At least I'm pretty sure there isn't. Maybe there is, but it would require me to probably go into a bunch of files. Files that I probably don't really care to edit. Plus, it'll cause Windows Explorer, or File Explorer, whatever the hell it's called now in Windows 10, to crash a million times because modding Stellaris just has that always crash on me. And it's one of the reasons why I don't actually update my 2 mods for Stellaris that often. Typically only updating them when there's a significant reason to do so, such as, oh, I don't know, version 1.9 or 2.0 or whatever it is comes out.
Construction complete.
So long as the mod is still compatible, even if it says it's not, I'd prefer just not to bother touching it. Because I don't feel like dealing with Windows File Explorer crashing a million times every time I try to edit a file or to copy and paste the edited file back into the folder it needs to be in for everything to work properly. Yeah. I don't know why Stellaris does this. It seems to only happen with Stellaris. I don't notice it when looking around in the EU4 mods folder or the HOI 4 mods folder. And so yeah, it's just annoying. It really is. Whatever the reason for it happening is, it's something that happens. Let's go and get a sys research so that we can go ahead and slap that onto our or have our science ship start doing that now, because they've got nothing else they can do right now until we link up the Empire or the Collective, whatever. Battle cruiser. Let's go ahead and just do upgrades on the defense stations and defense platforms that we'll never use. But whatever, we'll just ignore that fact entirely. Maybe you guys do some upgrades. There's really no need for me to upgrade you, but I'll do it just for the hell of it.
Ship augmentations completed. A foreign entity has decrypted our communications.
Ruthless capitalists, they shall join us. They are down here. Whoops, wrong people. Here they are. They are a vassal under somebody that I have not met, apparently. We'll just ignore that fact entirely, I guess. That I met the vassal before I met the overlord, but I'm gonna assume that the overlord is, well, surrounding them, or at least borders them somewhere. Also, I cannot actually talk to them from here for whatever reason, so great job, Stellaris. Great job. I know they exist, but you're failing to actually render the stuff that shows me that this system is owned by somebody, outside of the fact that, you know, I get the border. But that's not good enough, game. I gotta go into this menu now if I want to talk to these ruthless capitalists. Oh, you finished. I didn't even realize. Let's go ahead and get a couple more battle cruisers out. Three more battle cruisers. How much are battle cruisers worth? 700 compared to a normal cruiser is 400. Oh yeah, wow. Battle cruisers are quite a lot better. I would hope, though, that they are, because they are called battle cruisers. So, you know, you'd expect them to be cruisers that are designed solely for combat. So that makes perfect sense to me that they are better. Now, at least according to this, the Republican planet states are technically better than me overall. They're equivalent, but they're equivalent in such a way to be slightly better than me. Now, admittedly, you guys, I wouldn't mind getting on your, well, not necessarily good side. You're not going to try and murder me as soon as I border you side. But that's not going to happen because we are machines. Everybody hates machines.
Construction complete.
These are terrible people. They hate all machines. They don't care. Now, because this is a hyperlanes only game, defense stations, admittedly, while they are crap overall, period, no matter what, there's really nothing that can be done about that, I can make them slightly less crap. They can at least slow things down relatively easily, because you can't go around them. You have to go through them.
Construction complete.
While normally, if I enabled warp and wormhole, you'd be able to go around these defense stations if I build them.
Technological acquisition successful.
You're somebody else. You're quite powerful. You hate me because I am apparently oppressors. Sure, I guess. I wouldn't really consider us to be oppressive, but you know what, game? I don't really have the ability to complain with you about that. Because you don't give me the opportunity to dispute that if I wanted to. Now, out of the two planets I have down here, which one game produces the most science? They both actually produce some decent science, so I'm going to have you go there. Actually, as it turns out, you're up here. I forgot about that. So you're going to go over there and assist research. Okay, I guess that's technically the least amount of jumps, if you take that route. Yeah, they closed their borders to me. Kind of expected. Now, technically speaking, if I wanted to keep to my doubling strategy, I would... Well, one, I need more light carriers and battle cruisers, technically speaking, but I also need to add 20 more corvettes, but they die so quickly now. I'm not going to bother building more corvettes. Once these corvettes are all gone, my smallest ship class is going to be destroyers. This is the way I play the game. But more light carriers doesn't hurt, and I got some money in the bank. How much are light carriers really worth? They're worth about 10 points more than a battle cruiser, with a cheaper maintenance cost. Of course, they can't take as much of a beating. They have less armor and less hull points. But, you know, besides that, as long as they don't get attacked or take any actual direct damage, they're fine. Now, that's not bad. Nice little tropical world.
Construction complete.
Yeah.
Construction complete.
But to be honest, I kind of prefer the methane world because it has a thing for Betharian stone. It's got a lot of mineral energy tiles, so I'd probably turn this into machine world if I'm completely honest with you. I'll have a worker Gorb go here first. I mean, I'd much prefer to put it here, I think. But I can't do that because the tile isn't clear. So I have to put it here. However, I do believe you can destroy or reassemble chip shelter and move it around after the fact. So I can put it here, clear that tile, destroy it and rebuild it right here. And the game shouldn't have any problem with that. Sure, we'll call it bronze. Now, I believe all of our spaceports are upgraded. Join us, yada yada yada. Oh, you. Yeah, you ain't doing so hot. And you're the one that has the defensive pact with the Republican planet states. Mutual threats. I assume you are referring to the Union. Or the Empire here. One of the two, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Oh, we added more light carriers, and still you were listed as equivalent, so let's build some more. You can, I guess, probably just return. Yeah, just go home. You're not going to be doing anything else for the time being.
Technological acquisition successful.
Okay, we have discovered lithic gas, but we don't know of any. Kind of expected that, to be honest. Now, question is, do I want to go and get hyperdrive 2, which will allow me to move around a little bit faster, because jump charge time will go down a quarter. Or do I want to go ahead and nab, say, plasma throwers or maser guns? Theoretically, outside of the fact that maser guns have a lot less, or quite a bit less range. Yeah, they got 10 less range at small compared to plasma throwers, 20 less range in medium, and 30 less range in large. But they are better, they do more damage. They have higher accuracy, less tracking though, so if the enemy has a lot of evasion, they're gonna have a hard time hitting, but they also do have extra shield damage. And they do ignore 30% of armor, making them slightly better in that regard. I mean, they do ignore less armor compared to plasma throwers, but the fact that they actually have a bonus to shield damage is helpful. Admittedly, it does screw with Stellaris's combat or ship prioritization in combat, resulting in these guns being used to prioritize knocking down shields rather than knocking down ships, making plasma throwers, at least when it comes to target prioritization, the better option. Yes, Stellaris really needs to work on that. Just because this has a bonus to shield damage doesn't mean it should be used to prioritize knocking down shields necessarily. At least that's my opinion on the matter. If I have other weapons that are designed specifically for knocking down shields, I'd rather those be used to knock down shields and then this get relegated to being prioritizing knocking down ships. So, yeah, maser guns actually end up not being useful because of the way Stellaris prioritizes targets in combat. Let's go ahead and get plasma throwers. Oh, yes, so are there any upgrades I need to do on the ground? Yes there are, actually. Quite a few, in fact. Let's go ahead and get those done. And let's get a neuroelectric amplifier here, which will be helpful.
Complete.
Okay, I already have one here, good. Now, here's the thing. You're crap. You guys are straight up, complete and utter garbage. Let's get an uplink node there. Sure. It's about the best I can really give you.
Construction complete.
Now the inner electric amplifier will help. It's plus 15%.
Technological acquisition successful.
Thank you, game. That's helpful. Kind of think I'm going to go for the advanced construction technique for light carriers. That's useless. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. I don't really care for the cloning. No, I'm gonna say just give me a free boost. But yeah, this is a nice plus 15% to everything. I'm gonna have you work. Well, no, you're gonna take forever. Who am I gonna have work there? It doesn't matter. I could, technically speaking, put a worker Gorb on it, but they're not going to benefit from the plus 15% to all cybernetic pops. So I'd kind of prefer to put a cybernetic pop on it. So that's what, you know what, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a cybernetic pop on that.
Construction complete.
Okay, this is the last light carrier. Then need more battle cruisers.
Planetary settlement procedure initiated.
Oh, let's go ahead and upgrade this. I didn't even realize that the planetary processor needed to get upgraded.
Construction complete.
Okay, that's the only thing that needs to get upgraded because I guess we researched, yes, the primary nexus, which is basically our Empire complex or whatever the hell it's called, something like that. There we go, now you have that, and yeah, that increased your production quite a bit. Upgrade that. You guys need 10 pops, you have 9. That guy's gonna be 10.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and build a power plant here.
Construction complete.
Because I'm actually gonna need more power.
Technological acquisition successful.
There we go, we got plasma throwers, you are governing ethics extraction. We don't have to deal with that, so that's useless. Game, you are making me contemplate going for the gamma lasers. But, you know what? Not right now. I'm gonna go for the advanced warship components. I think we have quite a bit of power left on some of our ships as well. Not... Well, the Audacity could use it. And so could the battle cruiser. But nothing else actually has the 50 power. I think it's 50 power. Yeah, the 50 power for the fire control system. But you know, that's fine, we'll live. We'll get it eventually anyway. Now you have 19 months, because I don't actually have a lot of upgrades for decreasing colonization time. Admittedly, by the time I get those, it's going to be useless, so... Yeah, that's a thing. And somebody has had their independence no longer guaranteed, so that sucks for them, but hey, it's not my fault. Or, well, it's not my problem, rather. Oh, you don't have a power plant. Whoops, let's get you a power plant, dude.
Construction complete.
Let's get that upgraded as far as it'll go. You have nothing else you can do, so just return home. I'd rather you actually return to this system because it's further behind the lines. And while it doesn't matter if I lose you, I just hate needing to rebuild civilian ships because it requires me to actually put in some work there to build them and then send them back out to do stuff. So, like I said, I'd rather just not lose them in the first place. You know, between our choices, none of them are particularly good. I mean, I guess the Angos Vapor could be helpful a little bit for our cybernetic pops. Yeah, you know what? We'll get that. Nope, our cybernetic pops a little bit. Because while they're cybernetic, they do get a plus 20%. Some of them do have some issues with some of these planets, such as you guys. You have a minus 5% because of planetary habitability. So getting a plus 5% is helpful to a degree. It's not a whole lot, but you know what? It's something. Let's go and get another battle cruiser up. You guys are still listed as equivalent. I'm hopeful that that will change, because I really don't want you to be equivalent.
Construction complete.
Upgrade that as far as it'll go. Same with that. Nothing else for you guys right now. Technically speaking, I could have pops produce food again, such as you. You could produce food sitting on this tile.
Construction
and
complete.
It seems I still get the bonus for it because I guess the devs didn't make sure to actually just straight up kill food production like they probably should have. Because now if I go to you, give it about a month for needs to tick over for it to recalculate this, you should gain a little bit as a result of a plus 1% of food. They say it requires no food, but I'm pretty sure I still get the bonus. I think I saw that earlier. Yeah. You're getting a plus 0.01 as a result of from food surplus. Because, whoops, Paradox forgot to change that. Admittedly, that's not that helpful, so
Construction complete.
I'm not really going to keep them producing food, because there's no reason to. They don't produce nearly enough of it for it to be useful. Because, well, for one, I can't build hydroponics farms. If I could, it might actually be useful, but I can't, so it is absolutely worthless. Ooh! Primary Network Hub. This is our replacement for the Governor's Mansion thing. And I kind of like that plus 10% to robot resource production. That'll be fairly useful over here, where I'm planning to turn this into a machine world in the future. That'll also be useful in bronze, which I believe I'm also, or which I am also planning to turn into a machine world. So that's nice, game. Thanks. I like it when you decide to give me useful things.
Has decrypted our communications.
Join us, yada yada yada. You are down here. You know what? If I actually had a link between my empire, I would gladly declare war on you, but I don't, so I can't. So, yeah. Like I said, I need to get rid of this frontier outpost just so I can link up the collective. And yeah, you would be a nice juicy target because you're actually pretty weak as it stands right now. As it stands right now, I actually have to put up a fight if I want to expand. Which, you know, to be honest, I prefer just steamrolling people. But, yeah, I don't have any control over that right now.
Technological acquisition successful.
Admittedly, you are also useful, so I'm going to go ahead and snag you. I don't believe we know of any of that gas, whatchamacallit, that we just researched, so researching it wasn't exactly useful, but whatever. Also, that reminds me, I didn't actually go and equip the... Or does the game not think we should use the plasma throwers? Most of the game does not think we should use plasma throwers. Kind of sort of inclined to disagree, game. I really am. Well, I guess the main reason you're saying no is because they do technically do less damage overall compared to our X-ray lasers. It's not by a whole lot, really. Yeah, it's not a major difference, and in fact, being able to really... Well, wait, so... Never mind, your damn plasma throws are effectively the same bonuses and shit as my X-ray lasers. The only thing you have going for you, I think, is that they fire faster. No, they have a longer cooldown. So... Okay, I'm just gonna stick with the X-ray lasers for now then, game. And another battle cruiser.
Construction complete.
Yeah, we got quite a few bonuses helping us in our production. Or getting energy credits, so I can go pretty far over our naval capacity cap. And I'll be able to go even further once I can build a level 5 space station over bronze. Which will be very soon. Very, very soon. This upcoming month.
Planetary surface settlement established.
And get you a
Construction complete.
starport or spaceport, whatever the hell it's called. Oh, you guys just rivaled me.
Construction complete.
Now, let's see. So,
Construction complete.
we've almost got all our battle cruisers up to 10. This next one's going to be 8. I'm going to build another one now. That's 9. Need one more to get to 10. And then outside of the corvettes, I will have effectively doubled everything.
Technological acquisition successful.
Wonderful. Let's see. I think I'm inclined to go for mineral research. I like that plus 10% to minerals game.
Construction complete.
Okay, and once we have this last battle cruiser, I think we're going to be going to war. Because... you know, I think I will actually go ahead and snag supremacy. Not so much for the bonus to border range, but because of the modular hull templates would be kind of nice to have.
Construction complete.
Whoops. You go back to doing what you were doing. You. Go and build that over there. Oh, and somebody has changed to be more xenophilic. Good for them, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and just save up and get this last battle cruiser. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go to war. There's really nothing else I can do now. I mean, I could go up here, but I'm still gonna get blocked eventually. And besides, I can't explore up there without building a new science ship. So, last battle cruiser, and we might actually be fighting at least a little bit of the war this part. Now, if I told you to go here, I'd assume you're going to go this route. Because I assume that's the fastest route. So I'm probably going to, before I declare the war, tell you to move to hovering over Nafsewa, or however the hell it's pronounced. Huh, I'm curious, is that resource production going to also give me a bonus to physics? I'm gonna assume no. But yeah, I'm not seeing it right now. I think I'm gonna need a month to tick by before I can actually see that. Let's go for another bonus to habitability, maybe. No? Screw it, we'll get that. You, very expensive options for everything, really. Let's go for better hyperdrives. Now, you have the ability to fit something there, but the game, of course, isn't going to say, hey, you should fit something here, because it just never does. So our cruisers, let's go ahead and see what I want to do. I want to give them I'm going to go with fire control. There's really no reason for me not to. And same with the battle cruisers, fire control.
Construction complete.
And bloody hell, that's expensive. $1,100 for that? I mean, okay, game. I guess I'll wait a little while.
A foreign entity has decrypted our communications.
Let's go and move our fleet over here. Oh, Jesus. Losing 41 a month with the fleets out. You guys are a vassal to these guys. Wait, no. No, you're the overlord, excuse me. I was reading that completely wrong. But, yeah, no, that guy is... Ooh, jeez, those are expensive.
Technological acquisition successful.
Like a game, that's nice. I think I might go for the fortified core layers. Yeah. It's gonna get that spaceport hit points plus 10%. It's something. And now that you guys have arrived here, you can actually go ahead and do fleet upgrades. And I'm going to tell you to go and get those upgrades done and build a solar panel network. Gain some free unity. Ooh. And the civilian Commonwealth has declared the Republican Planet States to be their rival. Because you consider me to be oppressors, there's really nothing I could do to get you on my side. And you're busy fighting another war anyway, so you're less inclined to want to join a war that I declare anyway. Oh, shite. Never mind, cancel that. Are you doing your upgrades yet? No, because money just got spent on something else. Ah, yes, probably my upgrades for the spaceports. I kind of forgot that you don't apply the costs until after you get in orbit of the planet. That I'm telling you to do your upgrades over. So, now we gotta wait again. There you go. Now you're doing your upgrades. Oh, yes, so let's check. Is this also affecting the... Yes, the Primate Cub does also affect science research. That is nice, actually. Means, yeah, you're making a shite ton of engineering research. I'm going to put you there, if you don't mind. I want more extra minerals.
Technological acquisition successful.
Kind of forgot to clear that. Let's go for I don't have slaves, so that's actually... Well, yeah, I don't have actual slaves. So unless for some reason the game considers being cybernetic to be equivalent to being a slave, this is useless for us. The edict costs not as much, but that requires me to actually use edicts, and I typically forget to use them a lot of the times because they're just not that useful more often than not. At least that's been my experience with them. Screw it, let's go ahead and get terraforming, because why the hell not? God, your upgrades are going to take forever. Holy crap.
Planetary alert. Tile blocker expunged.
What happened to our income?
Construction complete.
I have no idea what happened to our income. It just dropped all of a sudden. You guys suck at creating energy credits, right? Yes, yes you do. Let's also clear that tile if you don't mind.
Construction complete.
Yeah, we didn't even finish our upgrades, and all of a sudden income dropped. So I'm assuming we lost a planet somewhere. Or a system as a result of border extension from our enemies.
Ship augmentations completed.
So now cruisers are still worth basically nothing. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised by that, really. Battle cruisers didn't seem to really go up. In fact, I think their military power might have actually dropped a little. You return home, you have upgrade or things you can do, so don't do that. Besides, you're safe.
Alert. Station engaged.
The hell? What the hell? Oh my god. Frickin' monster waves. And for some reason they spawn right next to the star. I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay, well, I'd say we're pretty much done. We don't have much else we can do here, so... let's just go ahead and declare war on these guys now. So, I got a shite ton of stuff which is going to make this annoying. Cede that system to me. Cede that system to me. I'm gonna take everything pretty much on this side of this jumping point. Oh, I don't think there's much else I can really take from you. I mean, I can probably snag one more planet if I really wanted to. But I'm assuming these are frontier. There's a frontier outpost here. That's why you own all this here. Because the game would tell me if you owned planets, or if you actually owned planets here. But since it's not showing this symbol, this stuff here, I can only assume it's because of frontier outposts that I don't know about. Now, I could tell somebody, I assume, yeah, you. I'm not going to ruin you. You're already pretty much screwed. So I don't need to spend war score to screw you over more. I guess I'll just go for humiliate. I don't want to try and take anything in here right now because it's just far too packed together. And so this is basically all we can take. Everybody's unfriendly or hostile towards me. I don't know, it looks like it's just unfriendly. So nobody would join this war if I asked them, even if I asked nicely. It really sucks to be this autocracy here. They are really screwed. But oh well. So let's go ahead.
Diplomatic alert. War protocols initiated.
Let's get down there, destroy
Alert.
that.
Research station deconstructed.
We'll be fine. And I need to find a planet that... Oh, you. Yes, you. I'm gonna give you... Huh, okay, interesting. Uh-huh. So, I guess this is something probably added with the new ship classes mod. So I can launch a Solar Energy Initiative edict, which will increase energy credits gain on that planet by 50%, costs 2 unity and 1 influence every month to maintain. If I have any more than 25 of these initiatives operating with my empire, it will actually cause a drop in energy collection. Yeah, but you know what, for now I'm going to tell you to do that because, oh yes, that's a nice little bonus there. Another planet. I mean, I could probably just do it on all my planets, realistically speaking. It's just the influence cost that makes me say probably not the best idea. Because, yeah, this is set to... It's free for the initial cost, but it has a reoccurring cost for 5 years and 9 months. I wonder if you can cancel it. No, it does last that full time. But that's going to also decrease our losses.
Expunged.
Whoops. Worker Gorb there. Yeah, although I'm still not sure what caused that drop in our income. I'm assuming maybe I had a modifier here that it was upping planetary, whatchamacallit. The hell are you doing flying into my territory? I assume their fleet was probably over here somewhere. Probably expecting to get attacked by the Empire.
Successful.
Let's go for better shields. We don't have time to equip them, but at least we'll have them. And we'll go ahead and slap the better hyperdrives onto our ships. Or at least on the designs. We won't actually be equipping our ships with them for a while, though.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Now, I want you to knock out that frontier outpost just so we can, at the very least, get the link in our empire.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
We still use the AI ship set for our fighters, though, it looks like.
Acquisition successful.
So that is kind of interesting. There we go. And yes, I finally have a small link. It's very tiny. Won't last long if they were to do anything substantial. Oh good, those guys are going to stay right there, so I'll just ignore them for the duration of this war. Found their fleet, and it's only 19k! We're slightly more powerful than it. So, you know, we should be fine. They call this the stream. Now, I'm actually going to stay in the system now because of this, because they're coming towards me.
Hostile fleet assets engaged.
And as I predicted, our corvettes will melt. Oh, they have strike cruisers. That actually kind of annoys me.
Alert. Mining station deconstructed.
That's fine. Our fleet's going to take quite the beating, but their fleet should be pretty much annihilated. Now that I have a link, let's go ahead and have our actually decent location do something. So I need another light carrier. I need more cruisers. But that's gonna hurt them. And that's what matters. At least to me, that's what matters. So that's 3 war score in our favor because we just did a lot of damage to their fleet. Oh, and we're managing to jump in right behind them, so we're going to do even more damage to them. So they are going to wreck a lot of our destroyers, but you know what? That's fine. If this annihilates their fleet, which it looks like it should, I don't have time for this game.
Construction complete.
There we go. Their fleet should pretty much be destroyed now. Yes, they're listed as pathetic. So, well, we can basically say we've already won. Because as far as we're concerned, we have. Now, the 2 of you, I want you to link up. Actually, you know what? Just both of you fly over here. You can link up there. Now, they can still rebuild their fleet. They do own quite a few systems back in their core sectors over here. That's a lot of planets that they could pump ships out of, assuming they have the resources stockpiled. Oh shit, these guys are moving out. Oh, that's kind of annoying.
A foreign entity has decrypted our communications.
Oh yeah, these alien vessels are moving around, which I'm not a big fan of. You guys already knocked out the fortifications, so just now go down to light. I don't need you to destroy the planet in its entirety. Oh, they still actually have a little bit of here. So, oh, did they actually... Oh, they might have actually escaped with the stream. Just barely, with 2 strike cruisers in tow. We're gonna go and destroy that. But first I need my armies to get down here and take this planet, which is actually defended by quite a number of assault armies. But I think ours are better. I say with absolutely zero certainty that our assault armies are actually better. Looks like they're using torpedoes, which I've got to question their sanity if they're using torpedoes and missiles. Okay, they do actually have some
Construction
lasers, but yeah, no, the fact they're using torpedoes is a little bit, well, why? Okay, now hopefully you guys can take this planet.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Ground invasion units have failed to achieve objectives.
No. I need more hunter-killer armies. Go down there and knock that out. Transfer fleet, go back to Alpha Ray for now. Let's go and finish off their fleet there and destroy that spaceport.
Technological acquisition successful.
That's helpful. Let's go ahead and it's going to take forever to research, so I don't really want to. And actually, it turns out this should be the end of this part. So I'm going to go ahead and end this part here, but of course I'm going to be recording the next part immediately afterwards, so you guys aren't missing a whole lot. Ooh, advanced interdictor cruiser. Okay, that's our strike cruiser. Now let's get the better strike craft. Okay, so like I said, that's going to be it for this part. I'm still going to save, despite the fact that I'm recording the next part immediately after, but, you know, just to keep my numbers right. So I will see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.